Hello and welcome to the Guild, where we're going to take you through this week's pre-orders, events, and orders for the week. My name's Kyle, he's Wes, and why don't we show him what we got this week?
Well, first up for Warhammer, we have Arcs of Omen, Abaddon. Coming in Standard and Collector's Edition, this book gives you new rules and missions so that you can take part in the Bale Fleet Saga.
Yeah, and I'm actually really looking forward to the narrative stuff that's going to be coming out with that.
Yes, it looks like a great deal.
Following that, we have boarding actions. In boarding actions, you have 68 pieces to develop a map however you see fit. If you're going to have boarding actions, you might as well have the board to do it.
It looks pretty good, and you got a lot of use out of that. A lot of tight spaces for some quarter battles.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Next up, Grand Tournament Mission Packs. This book introduces a brand new detachment as well as updated missions and secondary objectives for every faction.
Yeah, it's basically the new Nephilim rule set for the upcoming 2023 quarter for GTs. But, we'll probably be able to get this book.
Hopefully.
Maybe. But, on that note, we do have some Space Marine boxes coming in, and there's quite a few of them. So, Wes, why don't you hit the first one and tell the peeps what we got?
Well, first up we have the Scions of Macragge Battle Force box will come with Marneus Calgar, Chief Librarian Tigerius, Intercessors, Hellblasters, Blade Guard Veterans, and Victrix Guard.
Yeah, that box set looks really good, too. I really like the Guard and that they're introducing Marneus Calgar in there as well.
It's a lot of models, and it's be good to start a force.
Yeah, absolutely. But coming right alongside of that is March of the Iron Hands. This box set will include the Iron Father Pharaohs, a Primaris Tech Marine, some Intercessors, and a couple Dreadnoughts to go right alongside that.
Looks like a good deal with them Dreadnoughts in there.
Yeah, I'm pretty pumped about that.
Next up, we have the Salamanders Warforged Strike Force. This box set will come with Adrex Agatone, some Intercessors, Eradicators, and Aggressors.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited about that box set.
Yeah, it's a lot of Intercessors.
Yeah, I like the Salamanders a lot. But moving on, we have the White Scars. This box set includes Corsaro Khan and... Oh, I'm sorry. Hang on. Let me get my script here. Did we write this down? Okay, we did. Yeah,
I put it there.
Okay,
yeah.
all right. Primaris Chaplain on bike, 6 Primaris Outriders, and 2... Oh, wait, hold on. We got to do this here. Oh, and 2 Invader ATVs.
Yeah, a lot of bikes in there. It looks pretty good. I'm sorry. I'll do the script better next time.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean...
Next up, we have Space Marine Heroes. Try your luck with these blind bags. There are 6 Space Marines, but if you buy a box of 8, you should be able to get all 6.
Yeah. And actually, they're all kind of have their own unique spin, too, so they're really cool. Yeah.
They also come with helmets and no helmets as additional options.
Yeah. And I actually really like these, because you can actually make them any chapter you would like.
Oh, yeah.
Themed around Blood Angels, but do what you want with them.
Yeah.
Followed alongside that is the Black Legion dice. This dice set is a dice set.
Well, that's it for 40K. Next we got up is Blood Bowl. Returning to the world of Blood Bowl with new model lines, we have Nabla Blackwort and Scrappa Sorehead.
Wow. Pretty neat. And moving on to Asmodee, we got some bats. In Atiwa, you're leading a family fruit farm to where you have to maintain a healthy balance of fruit and bats in order to repropagate your fruit farm and make sure they don't overpopulate.
Actually, it looks like a nice balance of resource management game.
It does, because it has bats, and bats are awesome.
Won't argue with that. Next up, we got Crisis Protocol news. The Hydra Tank terrain and Ultimate Encounter lets you take control of the Hydra Tank itself and use it in the Friar at Will Ultimate Encounter.
Yeah, that actually looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, and if you like tanks and if you like ramming big things through little things, Rhino. A new villain charges into Marvel Crisis Protocol with a durable second skin. His name is Rhino, and he also comes with a pretty cool model and some cards.
Yeah, I love Rhino as one of the villains. He's always kind of been one of my favorites.
Yeah, and the model actually does really look cool.
Right.
Next up today.
Next up, Web Warriors Affiliation Pack.
Ooh.
This pack comes complete with Peter Parker, Miles Morales, Ghost Spider, and Venom.
Yeah, and Eddie Brock is Venom too, so he's the best Venom, if you ask me.
He's a good Venom, but I also like Agent Venom.
Oh, yeah, which stay tuned because he will be previewed as well.
Yes.
But moving on, we have the Hydra Station. The Hydra Power Station brings much needed energy for all the contraptions of the Hydra, which this pack also ties into the tank and the turrets, which, speaking of...
Hydra Turret Terrain Pack.
No way.
Coming with optional heads for any situation, this piece of terrain lets players dominate the battlefield.
Yeah, and it's kind of nice because it all ties into the tank and the turret and the power station to make kind of a thematic board.
Yeah, Crisis Protocol's got a very dynamic terrain system that's great to see.
Yeah, and fully interactable. Also, moving on, we have the Song of Ice and Fire, Bog Devils. In Song of Ice and Fire, it is a tabletop miniature where you get to control the heroes of Westeros. But this is a faction pack, so they do have their own theme.
Yes, we also have the Frozen Shore Hunters as an additional upgrade for that as well.
Yeah, and they're kind of cool looking. I do enjoy the look of the game.
Yeah, it looks like it's a lot of fun, and there's a few people here that's been talking about wanting to get into it as well.
Yep. Moving right along, we have Zombicide, Gears and Guns. In Gears and Guns, you get to bring the steampunk fantasy to the Zombicide universe. Battle the living or the dead. How will you choose your gear, and what will you bring to the table?
Looks like a lot of fun. Zombicide's starting to get a little crazy with that Wild West stuff, and I think it's beautiful.
Yeah, there's a lot, too. There's a lot.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah.
Speaking of a lot of Zombicide stuff, Running Wild. This pack introduces mounted combat, as well as a new Nightmare Horse Abomination.
Which that abomination gives all strength to the other zombies in the area, so that's kind of neat.
Sounds terrible and like I'm going to hate it.
Yeah, probably. But that wraps it up for board games and pre-releases and the like. So moving on, we have Board Game Spotlight. Welcome to Dixit. Fun family game to where everybody gets to guess and make votes and score points. It's pretty neat game. It's super easy, and you can jump right into it. Doesn't really take a lot of learning. What it is you have cards where you have to play one of your cards and give a clue to the other players to say, make a noise or give some kind of indication as what your card is. You play it without revealing it, have the other players try to match it as best they can. Then are tokens. As you see here, these tokens are used to vote for which card they think is better and which one matches it.
And based off what cards they vote, depends on how many points each player gets. If you are the active player and you gave a good enough description and people vote you, I believe you get 3 points. If you are not the active player and people vote you, you still get points.
Yeah. Every time you get one, it's a minimum of 1 point or 0. You move along the board, and the first person to 30 points wins. But obviously, you can play more or less. It kind of depends on how you want to do it. But fun family game, really is. Really great for kids. Really easy for them to learn and pick up. And if you want to try this game out, definitely come on into the guild, and we would love to play it with you. Moving right along, we've got some events this week. We have Magic the Gathering Friday, where we're going to play some Commander and, play politics a little bit.
Oh, yeah, it always gets so petty.
It really does. Yeah, it's amazing. It's a lot of fun.
Coming up Saturday, we have Star Wars Legion, where we try to get together and enjoy Star Wars a bit.
Yeah, I will always preach about Star Wars Legion.
Oh, it's a beautiful game. It's very fun, fast paced.
Yeah. Then we have 40K Sunday, where we're going to throw some dice.
Yep. So if you want to see us do anything else, feel free to leave that down in the comments. Reach out to us on any of our social medias, or just come on in.
Yeah, absolutely. We'd love to have you. 201 South 1st. And, why don't you come in and we'll throw some dice.